Hi everyone, my name is PK and I'm here with my client Stephen Tang, who has bought a property with a pretty significant yield. He's bought it for $350,000 using about 50,000 of his own money, the rest the bank's money, and the rent is 400 per week. So very high passive income, very high positive cash flow property that he's bought through the Property Investment Accelerator. In the next sort of 5-10 minutes, we'll just be unpacking that a little bit and having Stephen sort of openly, honestly sharing his experience about the Property Investment Accelerator course. So if you're kind of on the fence of doing the course, if you're like, what course is this? Is this a scam or what's this all about? Then hopefully this brings you a ton of value. So thank you, Stephen, I know we've already been talking, so it's a bit awkward, but thank you for making time for this.
Yeah, no worries, PK. Thank you for having me also. I was always hoping to get on one of your interview, but here I am, proud. Yes.
Also, so Stephen's based in Sydney. Maybe just give us a little bit of background about yourself. You said you're into data professionally. Like, what was your property journey before you joined the Property Investment Accelerator? Or maybe even like, why did you join the course?
So first of all, thanks, PK. My background is that right now my job is as a business consultant. So every day as my job, I'm building a lot of data with client, right? So data is always something about, what I do and what I, see every day. And about property investment is something that I have, a background in, like my family, they are developer and investor in properties, but not in Australia, right? So I'm coming from Vietnam. I'm sorry, I came from Vietnam, and my family are all based in Vietnam. So, and first of all, the structure is totally different in Vietnam and Australia in terms of real estate and property. So they always say, oh, why don't you do investment in property, and why don't you flipping houses like the way we are doing here in Vietnam? And I mean, it's not the same, mom and dad, right? It's just the structure and the way, the procedure and the approach is different. It's not the price there on the internet, right? You can go to realestate.com or whatever, and you know exactly what you're buying or what you're selling. So you can't go around the system. You can't cheat it. But anyway, that's something I always want to do, but I have no confidence in it, right? I don't know where to start. The only thing that I believe in is some YouTube video of some guys and some, Facebook comment in the different groups. And that's the only thing, you can look at, right? Until mid of this year, I start, things about to get serious, because before that I had a journey into investment in crypto, stock, and even, I told PK earlier is that I have some personal venture of myself into, doing businesses, and they are not, they are not an easy journey. So that's all I can say compared to real estate, right? Where you have good potential passive income with, very minimum upfront capital spending, and a good yield, right? In general, in overall, right? If you buy a house, eventually it grow at least 10% per year, 70% per year, right? In Australia. So it's I forgot all these, different avenues and get straight into, property investment. And as soon as I started searching, I came across PK, first your group. And I thought this is just like every different other property group, like people posting things, asking questions, and until I saw your some of your client interviews, PK, I came to realize, oh, this is something else, something different, something new, where I think your sales pitch was, PK, that you can sit at home, don't need a sales agent. You don't have to spend $1 million buying a mansion in Sydney or Melbourne to have a good portfolio of call yourself an investor.
You won't get a mansion in Sydney or Melbourne for $1 million.
Well, yes. I ran the flat. for $1 million.
No, I'm just, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. And this came to me that, this is something I wanted to do, and it's, it's real, it's becoming real, right? Like watching you and your client talk. And then, I think I watched about 30 or 50 of your videos on your channel in the period of 24 or 40 hours, over the weekend. And I booked a call with you. I didn't talk to you first. I talked to Samir first. He gave me a run through, and somehow I got to you. I signed up the day later, and then just started working through the course content, which were, again, exactly what I'm looking for. Like all the doubts or the question has been answered through the 6-week course, which very helpful, very put confidence in me. And now, if I go back to all those guys who call themselves investor, I can, I can listen into their conversation and know what they're up to, because I know what they are saying. Yeah.
Right.
So that was very good. Yeah.
And so what would you sort of, what would you say to someone who might think that, course sounds great, but am I actually going to be able to execute it? Am I actually going to be able to implement it? In concept, it sounds great. Let's do the course, let's learn everything. But so many people are sort of thinking, okay, knowledge is great, but will it actually empower me to actually put it into action and get the results? I mean, you've got a good result. Sometimes people think that buying 350K properties means that you're buying a rundown, crappy tin somewhere, but yours is like fully renovated. It's a really nice home, low maintenance, great passive income already. Like, what would you say to those people who are kind of like, lacking confidence in their own ability to implement? Like, is there anything that you'd say?
Well, yeah. So the first thing I have to say is that, the course that you are teaching, PK, it's not just knowledge and contents and you read it and you forget about it, right? It's about step and action, right? So in week 1 you have to do this thing, and then week 2 you have to do this thing, and in order to do that, right, that the whole course will lead you to success, right? So and that's exactly what it's designed for people who are having lack of confidence, because they don't know what to do. And this is exactly why you learn it, right? You know exactly what to do in, first step, second step, suburbs, or in all your research. So again, you will have the confidence after you do the course, right? And this is not, again, because when we're talking about a course, you learn it and you get a certificate, right? It's not about that. It's all about action. It's all about how you prioritize it, right? It's like, because for me, like I said, right, I started to get serious in the middle of this year, and I have to do something rather than just sitting around waiting and watching. So that's what I did, right? I start action straight away, because if you keep up with the news, everything changing very fast, right? The bank is increasing their rates, our price changing their assessment rate. The markets, the pricing is booming, and all these sort of things happening. And if you are just, if you're not doing anything, you're missing out big time, big time. Yeah. And again, right? We're not talking about $1 million or huge money, huge effort. You may spend a couple of days a week doing research, and that's it, right? You don't deal with the house, and that's it, right? Passive income, first step. We start,
that's
and
right.
You build it up,
Absolutely, yeah. 3 to 5 hours a week, and I like what you said. In the time that you were doing the course, APRA changed its lending policy or its guidelines. Interest rates have gone up a little bit in terms of the banks raising their rates. There's so much noise, but meanwhile, property prices have gone up like 25% this year.
100%.
So I really like that. You just encourage everyone to put aside the noise, just focus on the data, focus on the execution. That's how you get ahead.
100%. And like everything else, right? There's positive, and of course there's a negative group. I'm going to say, no, man, it's a bubble. It's don't do it now, wait, blah blah blah, right? All these different noises. which I had investment in stock, I had investment in crypto, and also some personal business. And again, keep yourself out of these negative comments. It's the best thing you can start with journey. Yeah, because again, right, you're not inventing something new. You're learning from who already, successful, right? Like PK, right? He already has, 11 properties, right? PK, a very good portfolio, right? Just do, I believe, like, if I do this exactly what you do or what you teach, PK, then I'll be where you are, right? In a few years. Without having to work, I have kids of my own, I have family, and having a portfolio of more than 10 properties is a dream. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the number is sometimes like a vanity metric. The more important consideration is the outcome you achieve from your portfolio. But I understand exactly what you're saying, Stephen. And so, do you think, I mean, you're like me, you're a data guy, you work, you're like a data analyst, a business consultant. You understand data, you enjoy data. For those people who perhaps aren't business analysts, they don't even work in front of a computer, they might be thinking, hey, is this course going to be too difficult? There's too many numbers involved, or it's just, I don't want to learn. I just want to, let's get someone else to do this for me. Do you think any of it was rocket science? Like, even if you didn't have your degree, I don't know what degree you have, engineering, finance, banking, whatever it is, even if you weren't tertiary educated, could you have got the same result?
100%, man. Like, again, is PK breaks it down into, step by step throughout the course, right? It's not super complex or difficult. Like I said, I gave this example to another guy who want to join your course before PK. You can get the data everywhere. You can go to Google search. You can pay for this platform which gives you data, whatever you like, right? Thousands of factors. But how do you apply that, right? You don't have the formula. You don't know how. You don't know what, right? It's like fishing. You can buy, $1,000 rod and all the equipment, but you went to the wrong beach, so you can't catch a good fish, right? So the course will guide you and show you exactly the step that you will do. And again, like you don't have to be super genius. You don't need to know how to use computer. I know most of my good friends who also PK clients, they're using pen and paper, man. Like, even though it's an online course, they are taking notes through pen and paper, and then through it, which is amazing, right? I mean, it's not like you don't have to be, like very digital to be successful in this. Yeah.
I don't know that. Thanks for sharing that. It's always good to know.
When they talk to me, they're flipping through pages. Oh, week 6, this is what I note down, and that's amazing, man. Like, I mean, like it's very basic, right? It's very straightforward, very basic. It's a step-by-step guide. Yeah, again, it's not ultra complicated.
Yeah. No, and there's no point trying to be an expert and talking in lingo that no one understands. I mean, no one's going to get it. They'll think that you're a bit of a douchebag for speaking in, high fly language. You just need to bring it down to earth, layman's language, and actually get people results. And maybe just the last thing I'll ask you as well, because I know confidence is a big thing. It was for you, it is for everyone. Mentoring, support and guidance is an essential part of the course. I can even go as far as to tell you where to buy, right? Just like a buyer's agent. Did you find that the mentoring element, me helping you, was there anything lacking in that, or were you able to get all your questions answered? Were you able to get your full value?
Well, yeah, like you said, PK, right? There are a couple of different things. First thing, if you want exactly where to buy, what to buy, you wouldn't do PK courses, right? You can get a sales agent or whatever,
buyer's agent,
and listen to what they said, right? And pay the money, and that's it, right? So I think if you really to be like yourself, to be called a true professional investor who can do everything by yourself, know exactly what you're saying, know exactly where to look, what to look, And, the best of all is that you don't have to blame anyone because, if you pick the wrong house or the wrong suburb, right? Because you did the course, right? So sorry, I mean, you know what you're doing. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is that you created such a good community, PK, where, I can jump online now at any time, posting some question, and someone, not particularly you, but someone, some of your client will get back to me, answer all the questions, which is very good. And the weekly call is, super helpful, right? So we come together, we ask questions, and for me particularly, some week I try to get the most difficult question to trick you, PK, but you seem to answer all of them perfectly,
I knew you were doing that.
Definitely, I try to pick, I try to flip it, right? What if this doesn't work? What will he do? And, but you seem to get across it. Yeah. Yeah. And again, 100% support, 100%, like mentoring and any question you get answer from, right? Not just from PK, but from, I don't know, how many clients you have now, PK? 500, 600?
More than 600, yeah.
Yeah, and more than 600 of these people are doing actions, buying houses every day in Australia. So
literally, and I really pride myself on that because my clients do the work. If you're not willing to do the work, don't become a client. They do the work, they buy properties. You see them on the Facebook group every single day. Someone's buying.
Exactly. And then I talked to the few guys who want to join, right? These are gonna pay actor, man. Come on. The Facebook group is more than 10,000 people, right? If you are a scam or something, they will do a post, they will do a Google review, they will, somehow it will surface, right? So this is not a scam, and this is 100% legit. And the client themselves is like more than 500, like you said, right? So again, and they are buying every day, right? So it's not something trying to sell you or scam you or whatever. It's through people, through actions, through results,
It's a B2C business, and it's just real people with real issues, real families to help, real bills to pay, real dreams to fulfill. That's where I get a kick out of. And like you said, I'm in the business of teaching people how to fish and then helping them fish. If you want me to give you a fish, not a buyer's agent, you can pay someone else $15,000 to do that. I can tell you where to buy. I can give you the fishing rod. I can hold your hand out to the pier or the beach, but ultimately I'll be standing next to you, but you have to reel it in yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is exactly what you did, Stephen. And maybe just to finish off, I just want to say, congratulations. I mean, you're in Sydney, you bought, 3,000, 4,000 miles away over in WA, capital city, yield of more than 6%, I think, 400K rent, 400 rent, 350K property using 50K of your own money, renovated house, just tick, 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 tick. It's going to grow really well, already showing those signs of momentum. What I call a bottom of the cycle suburb. It hasn't already boomed 50%. We don't want to buy those types of areas. So yeah, I mean, you did the work. It wasn't a part-time job. You just did it on the side. You got the result, and I'm looking forward to your next one in March.
Hopefully, yes. Thank you, PK. Thanks, Ru. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephen. And guys, if you got value out of this, let me know. Hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, give it a thumbs up, and just follow these interviews. There's more than 50 of them now on YouTube, on the playlist, in my Facebook group. Even if you're not looking to do my course, build your confidence. You can actually learn so much just by hearing and listening to my clients speak about their journey. So thank you so much. It's always a pleasure and an honor to help everyone, and you included, Stephen. Thanks again.
Thank you.